What's up, guys? Charlie, my name is JB Dimogu. Welcome to my podcast. If today's your first time, please do me a favor. I need you to subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll be the first one to receive my videos. Now, today I just want to share with you something very special about Nigerians and what they have been able to do with Afro beats. You see, about 10 years ago, I was living in the States. When you hear about Nigerians, all that comes to mind is fraudulent activities. Yes, fraud. When you go on the news, all they talk about is fraud. Everything related to Nigerians was fraud. I remember an interview that was done by, I think, a CNN rep and Farrakhan. And the man was trying to say that Nigeria was the most corrupt nation in the whole world. And I remember Farrakhan defending Nigerians because when we talk about fraud and some of the worst things a nation has done, I think the United States should be on the top of the list. Now, all these years, when you hear even within amongst the Africans, when we mention Nigerians, everybody has something negative to say about Nigerians. Now ask yourself in 2003, when you ask about Nigerians or when you hear about Nigerians, what comes to mind? Yeah, you may not know. Please give me your answer. When you hear about Nigerians, what comes to mind? Now all you hear about is Afrobeat. Yes, now the people who were affiliated or anytime you mention their name, we related them to, fraudulent activities. Now when you mention Nigerians, all of a sudden everyone is talking about Afrobeat. Do you think this just happened overnight? No. There's been a conscious effort to change the way people think about Nigerians or people thought about Nigerians. You have big men in Nigeria who actually pumps money into their music industry. You have so many, even some of the government officials, who actually look out for the creative art industry in Nigeria. They understand the power of music. They understand how music can actually change the image of their nation. So when you hear about Nigerians taking over even the United States market, not taking over, but they are getting recognition. It wasn't just a day's work. This is something that they have been doing for years, and it was a conscious effort. You see, I'm a Ghanaian, and this is the question I always ask. Mention one 10-year plan, a plan that was set in place to mature in 10 years. Give me one. Every time we embark on something, we want to see it mature right there and then. It doesn't work like that. It takes time, and you have to put in effort for that thing to materialize. Now, when you are talking about Afrobeat, you give the credit to Nigerians. When you hear Nigerians, all the foreigners will talk about, Afrobeat is from Nigeria. Now no one is talking about them being fraudsters. You see, everything about this music industry is marketing and branding. If you don't understand marketing and branding, there is no way you will excel in this market space. People don't really appreciate creative arts in Ghana. They think that creative arts is for those who couldn't attend school, the illiterates. They believe that when people are not able to excel as far as education goes, then they rely on music or maybe movies or anything like that. But you have no idea what creative art is contributing to other nations around the globe. It is about time our government start pumping money into our music. It is about time we conscientize ourselves, the parents, the citizens. We come to realize that it is not everyone who came here to become a doctor. It is not everyone who came here to become a nurse. It is not everyone who came here to become a pilot. It is not everyone who came here to become a president. We have people that God put on earth to be here to entertain. These people are here to entertain the people who are also doing their bits to help society. Do you know how powerful music is and how it's able to get people through their problems? Do you know the trauma these doctors go through, and it takes music and other therapeutic things to get them through their traumas? So if you are living in a country and your people don't regard creative arts, how is the nation going to thrive? Everyone is trying to go to school, and I'm not saying education is not good. You can educate yourself and use the knowledge that you acquire to excel in whichever field you decide to embark on. But now everyone is trying to go to school and get a job from the government. How many jobs do you think the government can create for the citizens? But guess what? If our institution, the streaming platforms, all these things were set in place, people see, we have so many people who have given up on music because they were not making enough from music in Ghana. But if you have a good streaming platform where people are getting their royalties, some people will stay working. They don't have to have a big song, but they could create a market where people will constantly stream their music and they will survive on those royalties. But our government is failing us, and the people themselves even look down on musicians. Look at how well Nigerians have been able to rebrand the perception that people had about their country. We don't understand these things. Sometimes when you go to clubs, you see Nigerians pay DJs that they want to hear Nigerian songs. Do you think Ghana man will do that? Ghana man will never do that. He doesn't even respect. He doesn't even regard our people who are doing music. They think that music is for kobolos. They have no respect or regard for people who are in a creative space. It is about time. If we want to move at the same pace, or even if you want to follow what Nigerians are doing, then we have to emulate. We have to look at what did they do to get to where they are. Another thing that I want to add, I actually wanted to do this video in a different, I wanted to, record a video for this specific topic, but let me add it, because I think when someone said that my videos are too short. So let me add this one. Nigerians understand division of labor. Maybe you may not understand what division of labor is. Division of labor is everyone has a specific role they play in any phenomenon. So let me say, in the music industry, we have someone who plays beats. We have someone who is a makeup artist for videos and whatever, interviews. We have someone who writes music. We have someone who sings music. We have someone who does both. We have someone who shoots videos. Everyone has a role to play. We have someone who's a good promoter. We have someone who has good links, plugs. But if we are not willing to understand or to allow these people to play their role, it will be very difficult for our industry to grow. Artists play shows, make money. They are not willing to pay bloggers and, let me say, the media people to even write about their shows that they've done. You see, all the news that you hear about all these stars, 50 Cent and the rest of them, you may think that, yeah, I'm not saying all of them, but you may think that the media people, yeah, if it makes sense, if we bring numbers, maybe a journalist will get up and write it themselves. But most of the time, these people are paid to do it. It's intentional. So if you go and play a show in Nigeria as a Ghanaian, and you don't pay a blogger to write about it, to blog about it, no one will ever hear it. No one will hear about it. Sometimes we cry and say that, oh, how come when it's bad news, you want to broadcast it, but when we do good things, you don't broadcast it? Listen, the news, the media people, they are looking for news. So they know that bad news travels faster than good news. So if you went and played a show and you sold out the stadium, that's nothing. But if you went and played a show, you sold out the stadium, but then someone died, that one will travel faster and they will make more money from the bad news. So when you play a show and everything goes well, there's nothing special, really special about it. So what you need to do as an artist is to pay someone to broadcast or to write about it. That is what we need to do. You see, when you go to the United States, from the beginning of the music industry, a lot of the money that were invested in the music industry were from drug money or racketeering or, so many, so many fraudulent activities. The residuals from the fraudulent activities were pumped into the music industry. That's what people were doing to wash their money, to launder their money. Now, in Africa, or should I say in Ghana, because I live in Ghana, we have so many fraudsters who are making money that they could invest in this creative space. They could invest in this music industry for the music industry to grow. But guess what? When a fraudster makes money, now he feels that, okay, I have money, I want girls, so let me also become a musician. Let me shoot a video. Let me write a song. You have made money. You can invest in so many different, and even invest in the music industry. But because of girls, you want to now be a musician. How is this going to work? It will not work. In Nigeria, you have big fraudsters who invest money into music. So if the government is not helping, and you've been able to maybe scam some white people to make money, and you are someone who is interested in the music industry, you should invest. You should invest. I am not condoning scamming, but all I'm saying is that it is happening. So since it is happening and you guys are making money, instead of going to the clubs, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but they blow so much money. Someone is looking, your friend who's a musician is looking for just 10,000 cedis to shoot a video. But you rather take that money to the club and blow that money, buy champagne, pop bottles, and all those things. But you could help a musician make money, go into an agreement that, you know what, when you blow, I need this money back. Or when I need you for a show, you have to play a free show for me. This is how it's working in other places, but not in Ghana. When a fraudster makes money, he wants to now become popular. So he becomes a musician. Please, let's learn from our brothers. The Nigerians, they make a conscious effort to chase or to rebrand or whatever they want to do. It is not by night. It is not by day. It takes time, which they are very good at. And I believe that we Ghanaians, if we decide to, be humble and just learn from those who are ahead, it will really help us. My name is JB Dimogo. Thank you for watching me. Have a wonderful day. Peace.